Hey, we can get that second chart plotter this year. Oh man, won't that be great? No more jumping back and forth from the front of the boat back to the console? Yeah! No. Before we get the second chart plotter, let's get the GT56 transducer. Can you imagine the images that we're going to get with that GT56 on side view? Oh, it'll look just like taking a picture. Are we even having this conversation? We're going to get the live scope with the LVS transducer so we can see all the fish in real time. We don't need all that other stuff. We got live scope. So you went out last year and you bought yourself a Garmin chart plotter, and now the decision is, what comes next? So you can do like I did, my first move, and this is me. Guys, this is for my type of fishing. Your type of fishing may be completely different. So I'm just going to give you some facts and you guys make the decision. But I went with the second chart plotter because I spend a lot of time on the bow of my boat. So I want to be able to mark a waypoint at the console and jump up on the bow and go to that waypoint. So it was important for me to get a second chart plotter that would communicate. For that reason, I stayed with the ECHOMAP series. Now, if you have a striker and you want to go to another striker, you'll be able to communicate as well, but you won't have maps. So for me, the second chart plotter was the smart move, and I went ahead and got that. Well, now I have two chart plotters, and I got everything set up the way I want it. And I've even got a 106 SV on my console, so I've got a little bigger screen to look at my side view and my clear view with. Well, now where do I go? So there's a couple of different options. The obvious option is to go to the LiveScope. And to be honest with you, that might be the direction I go, but there's another direction. I bought all three of my chart plotters on sale, and they all came with the GT54 transducer, which is a good transducer, and I'm pretty darn happy with it. But I've done some more research on the GT56 transducer, which is what you buy with the new ECHOMAPs. They come with the GT56. Now the GT56 transducer is physically longer than the GT54. And for the most part, a longer transducer means you're going to get a little more clarity, a little sharper image. And so it's 2 inches longer. And because they decrease the frequency, you get a little more distance on your side view. You get a little more clarity in kilohertz on your clear view. And there's two reasons for the increased clarity and the difference that you see between the GT54 and the GT56. Two main reasons. The first is they increase the power from 350 watts to 500 watts. So the ping coming out of the transducer is a stronger signal. And the second, which not many people talk about, you don't hear this much, they reduce the beam width. So not only do you have a stronger signal coming out of the transducer, it's a stronger signal and a much narrower beam. So all that power is concentrated into a much narrower beam. And like I've stated before, your side view and your clear view imaging are more like a Xerox machine. So they don't have a big cone. They have a sliver or a very narrow cone. And they've taken from the GT54 to the GT56 and they've cut that way down. So you get a very clear image. Now, with that being said, there's some videos I want you guys to go watch before you make an investment. One of them is a video released a few months ago by Russell Marine, and it's basically GT54 versus GT56. And if you put that up on YouTube, you're going to get that particular video, and they did a great job on that. And you can really see the difference in the definition on the ledges and the structure. It's a really good video. MG Marine Tech did a really good video on the difference between a GT54 and a GT56. So go take a look at those videos if you're going to go ahead and purchase a GT56. Now the third option, going with the LiveScope. Now LiveScope is expensive. So basically you can sit there in a stationary position, anchored off or on spot lock, and you can drop your lure down there or retrieve your crankbait or whatever you're doing, and you can see the depth at which it's going. And you can see the depth of the fish. You can tell what size the fish is. So you can really target different species of fish. If you're a crappie fisherman and you're on a brush pile and you keep getting these little bitty crappie, well, with the LiveScope technology, you can kind of pick out the bigger fish. So if you want to wait for a bundle deal, you know, and you get a bundle deal, say like we did last year, we got them for $700, 93 SV UHD with a GT54. And right now you can buy that bundle with the GT56 for $1,200. Well, that's a $500 delta. The GT56 transducer is about $500. Now, if you buy the bundle deal, are you still ahead? Yeah, I think you are, because you can do one of two things. You've got either a spare GT54 transducer that you can later put on your trolling motor or something like that, or just have it as a spare. Or I looked on eBay, and you know, you might get between $200 and $300 for that transducer if you sell it. So, you know, to kind of offset some of that cost. So I think either way, you're well off with the bundle deals if you get the right price for them. So overall, I think the Black Friday sales and whatnot, I think they're still a good deal. And I would still go that route, because the GT54 versus the GT56, a GT54 is a good transducer and does give you good returns. You're just not going to get quite as sharp an image. Now, if you're a guy that does a lot of side scanning, if you're going over a lot of areas side scanning, looking for structure, the GT56 may be a much better option for you, because you are going to see things with the 56 that you don't see with the 54. Again, watch those videos the guys did on the water. They're really good videos. If you want to see some good content and some settings that are going to help you with your ECHOMAP, go ahead and watch this video next, and keep calm and hook 'em, guys.